Hello, I think we're live. Welcome back to Leeds Lately. I was in the midst of changing my graphics and everything for this watch along, so I got a bit back carried away and then realised that the game was about to start. So let's get it on. 1 second, audio's coming out of the speakers and not my headphones. Welcome, Karen. Welcome, Penny. Can everybody hear me okay and everything? The reason my headphones won't work is because I didn't plug them in. Hi, Jeff. Welcome to the chat. Let me just change this to headphones. Then, there we go. Right. I think we can relax finally for a second. Yeah, let's have a look at the team news 1 second. Let me just make sure everything's set up because the game is about to kick off in a minute. There we go. Should have everything. Yeah, apparently Rutte is the striker again. Right, we should be all set. We should be all set. Just a minute's applause now for some tragedies going on all around the world at the moment. So Leeds players just observing that. Let me just get the lineups up so we could talk about them, because it does look as though Jorginho Rutter will be the striker again, potentially. So, Meslier in goal. Ayling at right back because Jed Spence, I think, picked up a knock, so he's not actually in the squad at all. Then you've got Byron back at left back, so he's come back after the international break as we sort of expected he might. Then you've got Strauch and Rodon at centre-backs, good solid centre-back partnership. Ampadu and Gray in the midfield as usual. And then Somerville, Nonto, Pirot and Jorginho Rutter as the attacking. Well, I'm guessing you all lost me for a second then. I'm just going to go back on the game again just so that we're actually... 44. Yes, okay, we're all in line now. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I think my internet went down for a second there. But that corner just went over everybody and went out for a throw-in on the other side after a touch off a Leeds player. Ball into the box, headed away by Nonto from that long throw-in there from the Millwall player, number 18 for them. Let me try and centralise myself. And then let's add a nice bit of background blur. Right, ball cleared by Leeds United again from that. This time Pirot tries to make a tackle but can't quite, and the ball's into the box. The number 9 cuts it across and is able to be cleared by a combination of Byram and Rodon there. Welcome everybody to the chat who's joining now. Make sure you hit that sub button if you want to chat in the live chat, because otherwise you can't. And also, as usual, as we always say, make sure you don't say anything in the chat if a goal goes in until I've reacted to it, because if I haven't reacted to it, I haven't seen it. There's not that much of a delay. Meslier claims well from a corner there, which is not something he's done very well over the last couple of years, so it's nice to see him start to do things like that. Meslier looking for options to release the ball here, but not really much on, so he's going to drop it at his own feet and get ready to pass the ball out into Ampadu and then back to Meslier again. Meslier this time goes out wide to Archie Gray, who's took a position at right back and given it to Ayling, who tried to give it back to him, but Ayling's pass was very pinged into him, and he wasn't able to quite take that touch. Does look like it's going to be Rutter playing up front again with Joel Pirot in behind him. I feel like Farke's going to try this for a good few games and then get rid of it if it doesn't work. But so far for me, it's not the right thing to do. But Farke's obviously a better manager than I am. Millwall try and clip a ball into the box, but Ayling's able to head that one clear. Millwall putting us under a bit of pressure here. Shot from miles out, and it's dragged wide by Wallace. Gary Rowett apparently unbeaten in the 5 previous meetings as a manager versus Daniel Farke. That doesn't bode well, does it? This time Meslier, I think he's going to have to clear this one long. Sends it over the halfway line and all the way through to the Millwall goalkeeper there. So not excellent distribution from young Ilian there. We really need to get a win on the board. I really hope that we win this game because it's Ayling and Strauch have just ran into each other. Welcome, Render. Larazy, it's literally on Sky Sports main event, I think. Yeah, Sky Sports main event it's on, so... yeah, Ayling and Strauch just ran into each other and Strauch just completely bodied Ayling to the ground. Going to be a corner here for Millwall. Set piece goals, most since July 22. That doesn't bode well. 27 from set pieces. Ball into the box towards the middle, and Mellier's punched it well there and got it a decent distance away. Jorginho Rutter trying to track his man there, but Millwall have managed to recycle the ball, and they're going to try and go for another attack towards Leeds United's defence, but Leeds are doing well at pressing them and pushing them backwards. Ball over the top, though, from the Millwall player, goes straight into touch. And Leeds are able to pick the ball up for a throw-in. I think we need an early goal in this one just to get our confidence up a little bit, and then we can try and add to it a bit later on in the game. Ball down the line from Byram there, but I think he was fouled, so it's going to be... Oh no, maybe the ball went out. Yes, the ball's gone out of play, so it's a throw in to Leonard there, the Millwall fullback, I think he is. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know the Millwall players, to be honest. Long throw in then from Leonard, headed away by a Leeds player, and then Crescencio Somerville in a foot race with the Millwall player, but the Millwall player comes out on top and they're able to try and clip a long ball back into the box again towards the back post, headed across the back into the box, shot blocked by Strauch. Well, still in the box though, cleared by Byram, cleared by Ampadu, back to a Millwall player, and it's frantic here as Leeds try to defend their goal mouth, and Leeds have managed to push them back to the halfway line, but Millwall having a lot of the early stages here, really putting Leeds under pressure. Another long ball clipped into the box, but this time... Oh my God. Oh my God. Apparently that was offside or a foul, but the ball went over the top. Meslier tried to claim it, was knocked out the way by a Millwall player, bounced nearly all the way through into the net, and then Strauch cleared it off the line, but the flag went up anyway. Wasn't offside, but I think it was a foul against the keeper, and then Strauch cleared it off the line. That's excellent work from Strauch there. Really like that. Yeah, he cleared it. There's no way that was in as well. He cleared it way before it went over the line. So really good reactions there from Strauch to do that, even though it wasn't going to count anyway, because I think it was a foul on Meslier. You can't complain. Gary Rowett was going mental after that, but Strout cleared it off the line anyway, so it didn't really matter. Action areas first half. I know we're only 7.5 minutes in, but we've only had the ball in their half 2% of the time, or in their final third, should I say. So Leeds really need to come up with something here to stop this pressure that they're under from Millwall. Meslier, nice low pass into the feet of Sam Byram, who does a little pirouette and takes it back to Meslier again. Meslier looking for options and doesn't really see that he has any. Now he's cleared it long. Tries to get it up towards Jorginho Rutter, who challenges for it. And it's going to be a Leeds throw-in the end, just behind the halfway line. Byram takes it into Nonto's feet. Nonto looking for some options now. Still Nonto into Ampadu. Ampadu has a little look up then to see if there was anything on long, and wasn't anything, so he's recycled it again, and Leeds go back to Strauch. Strauch into Rodon. Rodon all the way back to Meslier. They're pretty good, Millwall, at stopping us play through them, to be honest. We need to figure out a solution to that. And they're not playing too negatively, to be honest. They're on the front foot. They're trying to get in at us, and Gary Rowett just throwing the ball over Ayling's head there just to be awkward. Ayling takes the throw in. Leeds managed to retain possession. Now Ayling with an outside of the football into the path of Willie Nonto, who picks it up as Sam Byram overlaps him. Nonto running towards the box. Nonto gets the ball to Byram. Byram to cross the ball into the box and cleared away well by the Millwall defender there. If he wasn't there, that surely would have been a goal, as it was going right to Jorginho Rutter's feet there, I think. But not a great start from Leeds. Yeah, it was a bit of an advantage there because Nonto was fouled, but now Leeds have the ball again, and they go back to Pascal Strauch, back to Nonto again. Nonto tried to fizz a pass into Jorginho Rutter there, but didn't quite manage it, and a long ball away from the defence is then cleared back towards the Millwall goal by Strauch, and it's eventually ended up as a throw-in on the left-hand side. Ampadu to take. Into Jorginho Rutter. Rutter's tackled, and it's going to be a Leeds corner, I think. Yes, a Leeds United corner. Yeah, it was a good tackle by the Millwall defender, and now it's going to be a Leeds corner into the box. Oh, it's bounced around loads there, but nobody was able to quite get a telling touch on it and put it in the back of the net. Let's have another look at this. It bounced. Oh, yeah, and then it hit Strauch, I think, and he just wasn't expecting it. He tried to do a little bicycle kick to keep it in play, but couldn't quite manage it. Somerville looks so small next to some of the Millwall defenders. Archie Gray challenging for a header there, not lost it. Welcome Leeds East. Millwall have had most of the possession, most of the attacking chances. Leeds have having a little bit of a spell in the last sort of couple of minutes, but it's mostly been Millwall. Archie Gray with a really good bit of dribble in there and passes the ball into Pascal Strauch. Pascal into Willie Nonto and then back into Ampadu. Ampadu having a look at his options here, and he's going to go back all the way to Meslier. Millwall also, like I said before, doing a really good job of pinning us in here. Not really letting us play out from the back too much, but now Leeds have got a chance to break over the halfway line with Wilfred Nonto. Nonto down the line to Byram, who'd overlapped him, but Nonto was knocked over there, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds United. So a chance to get the ball into the box from this one. It's not within shooting range, but I'm also not sure whether anybody's actually going to cross it into the box or whether they're just going to lay it off and keep possession, because I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So Somerville now curls the ball all the way into the box. Keeper punches and Archie Gray challenges, but it's been cleared by Millwall all the way to Ampadu on the halfway line, who was the last man back, and now he's going to try and bring the ball forward, except he gives it straight to a Millwall player, and Millwall are in here, although Melier is able to head that one back to Ayling as the ball was overhit. Yeah, we're struggling to deal with Millwall here. They're playing really, really well against us. Leeds East saying, I was hoping Farke could do a Bielsa and would start the season by dominating every team. He said himself, though, Farke, that that wouldn't happen and that it would be more like that he would be around 10 games before everything started to click in, and we're kind of seeing that so far, that the first 5 and now 6 games are slow. Yeah, slow burner, as Render is saying. Ball down the line to Byram. Byram's cross nearly gets to Pirro. Oh my God. Pirro was adjudged to have fouled the defender in the box there, but it definitely wasn't a foul. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Millwall try another long ball over here, but Rodon's won the foot race. Done really well. Done really well to turn the man there. And then Melier. Oh my God, Ayling's flopping around on the floor and trying to head the ball whilst lying down like Phil Jones. What is going on? Leeds are panicking a little bit here under this pressure, and now Pirro's... Oh no, Pirro's not fouled him apparently, and the Leeds have got a chance to counter-attack. Now the ball with Jorginho Rutter. Got a chance to pass it out wide to Willy Gnonto. It's a little bit behind him, but he's managed to take it. And then into box to Pirro. Pirro shoots. Yes! Get in! What a well-worked counter-attack. Come on! Joel Pirro, excellent goal. Really good counter-attack. And we finally got someone who can finish those chances when they need finishing. Excellent finish, excellent counter-attack, and that is exactly what you need. When you're against the run of play, when you're not playing particularly well, you need that ability to go up the other end and score a goal, and we've absolutely got that now in this team. Excellent counter-attack, excellent goal, really good finish from Joel Pirro, really good composure. I like the way Jorginho Rutter span, carried the ball, put it straight into the path of... Gnonto, back to Rutter, into the path of Pirro, and then Pirro just slots it past the goalkeeper. Excellent finish, excellent play, excellent build-up, excellent counter-attack, and Leeds are 1-0 up in this game. That is what we want to see. That is a championship attack. That is... Yeah, let's have a look what Ayling did. So Ayling... Oh, no, he didn't handball it, not at all. And then make a good tackle, actually. And then Leeds were able to just counter-attack. Archie Gray did really well to nip in there. Millwall have got the ball again here, trying to play towards the Leeds goal again, now that they are 1-0 down. Against the run of play, you've got to say. Sam Byron makes a good tackle. I'm actually just going to close this and open it again just so that we're at the right time. 16:42. Oh, still 10 seconds ahead on my timer. I'm just pausing the timer. I've not frozen. Just so that I'm synced up. Gnonto carrying the ball again here. Looks like he might be brought down, and yeah, it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. They're trying to bring him down every time to stop him because of his pace and his power on the counter-attack, but Leeds have the ball again here. Ethan Ampadu. Back to Strauch. Strauch's going to pick out Gnonto here. Now Gnonto. Yeah, that's what I was talking about as well, Dale, saying Bamford wouldn't have finished that. Can anybody see me? Are we back? For some reason, no, it'll be for everybody. It froze then for a second for me, and it had to all reconnect. I don't really know why or what's going on, but it must just be something to do with the internet. Usually my internet's really good, so hopefully that doesn't carry on too much. We should be back up and running. Everybody okay now to hear everything? Let me know in the chat down below if everyone can hear me again, because I know that it did go for a second then. Good block by Pirot then, but the ball's actually stayed in play here and Roden can get it. Roden into Ampadu. Ampadu with the man on his back tries to ping it forward to Pirot, and Pirot's managed to pick the ball up. Pirot now carries it. Gives it out wide to Sam Byram. Sam Byram can give it to Nonto, who's made a run down the line. Nonto cuts back, though, and gives it to Ampadu. Leeds trying a patient build-up here. Now Somerville with the ball. Somerville turns on it. Back out to Nonto again. Leeds with the chance to break down the line a little bit here and try and get the ball in the box. Nice little 1-2 with Byram and Nonto. Nonto with a nice little touch back. Back into Byram again. Byram across the box to Somerville. Somerville on the edge now into Ruter. Now Ampadu picks it up. Ampadu shoots. Deflected. Leeds corner kick. I think it's a Leeds corner kick there. Unless it came off a Leeds player, but there was certainly a deflection on Ampadu's shot there. Yeah, Leeds corner kick then here. It's going to be taken by Crescencio Somerville. One arm up, which I'm assuming is front post, and it is. Goes straight in the box and then cleared over the bar by a Millwall player. That could have gone anywhere. Got any info on Spence's injury? Apparently it was just a knock, I think, that's just ruled him out for this game. It shouldn't be anything more than this. Just didn't want to risk him, I think. Thank you, Karen. Really, really appreciate the super chat there. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody who is with me in the chat. I enjoy that. The fact that we can get a good chat versus a good chat going with everybody in here. Hi Jamie, yeah, welcome to the stream, mate. Corner into the box. Oh, Sam Byram couldn't quite get on it, and now Ayling's tried to bicycle kick it, and now he's able to be caught by the goalkeeper in the end there. Another mad scramble. You've got to feel like a lot of our crosses are ended up in mad scrambles in the box, and one of them is going to drop to a Leeds player. Goal kick then for Millwall, and he sent that one as long as possible, and Roden's going to win that header, and Nonto's managed to come back and pick the ball up. Now the ball with Sam Byram. Trying to make sure I stay in the middle of the screen. Yeah, that is true actually, Rad Music chat. The den does seem quiet and everybody sat down. There's empty seats. I thought it would be full. Somerville tries to get the ball into Pirot. Pirot, oh, just tries to cut the ball back into Jorginho Rutter, but he couldn't quite take him with him, and the clearance has gone all the way back to Strauch, who tried to head it back to Meslier, but has in the end headed it out for a Millwall corner. Avoidable there, and if we concede off this, Pascal Strauch is going to be absolutely kicking himself. Yeah, it's just a bad header from Strauch there, but we know he's got a bit of a 50p head, don't we? Michael Brown saying, do you know what Pirot's XG is compared to Bamford? Because I don't think Bamford would have had the movement of Pirot and finished that. I'm not sure XG-wise, but I can certainly... oh, he slipped there, the Millwall player. It's still gone into the box, and Melee is able to catch it. I'm not sure XG-wise, but I can certainly appreciate the sentiment of what you're saying there. It does seem as though that would be a chance that Bamford may not finish. But then, I mean, Bamford's useful in a lot of ways. Other than just his ability to shoot, so it would help us have an impact fit as well as an option. So, yeah, it would be helpful. Which is basically what Render is saying as well. He's certainly an option off the bench, isn't he, Bamford? Yeah, seems like Somerville have fouled the Millwall defender there, so it's a free kick to Millwall here, just inside their half. Although it does look like he's taken a few extra yards here. Just watching the replay. Oh, Rutter did so well with his turn there to take it and turn that fast with it all at once. Leeds are trying to break here as well. I was watching a replay of the goal and suddenly we're on the break. Great ball from Ayling over the top towards Somerville. Somerville's in behind here, but he can't quite squeeze it. Oh! Oh! Oh my God, I thought Somerville had chipped the goalkeeper there from a ridiculous angle, but it was just the angle we were at. I couldn't quite see it, and it went all the way across the goal line and towards Nonto. Pascal Strout as well to cut that one out, and Leeds now have the ball in the midfield with Pirot. Now with Nonto and back to Byram again. Into Ampadu. Ampadu looking for options and has to go back to Strout. Strout's going to give it to Byram, and Leeds just trying to patiently find a way through Millwall here. Rad Music chat saying, I love how quick Ampadu is with getting his foot in. It's what we've needed for so long. Yeah, it's literally what we lacked when we lost Calvin Phillips, isn't it? Ability to tackle hard, win the ball, and then pick a pass is exactly what we had with Calvin Phillips, and Ethan Ampadu offers exactly that sort of thing. He's quick to get a foot in. He's quick to look up and see a pass, and he's got an excellent passing range on him as well. So it's a really good thing to have in your midfield, and it's what we've lacked. It's a really good ball from Ayling before. Oh, it was close, you know. Somerville's chip. Ampadu with the ball again here. Into Somerville. Somerville's trying to turn his man. Does well to get the ball into Ampadu. Ampadu, nice turn, and then out wide to Sam Byram on the halfway line. Sam Byram goes wide to Nonto and is now looking to overlap him. Nonto decides to go back to Ampadu, who goes back to Strauch, and Leeds go all the way back to Meslier. Render saying Rutter is looking well. I think he has a heavy first touch, but if he gets the ball at his feet, he looks well. Yeah, I think it's a bit hit and miss, isn't it? Because sometimes he's got a really nice, tight first touch and keeps the ball at his feet, like when he did that spin before. Oh, Somerville blocked off there. Surely that might have been a free kick, but no. Millwall are able to defend that one and clear the ball. Yeah, and other times Rutter just takes a big, heavy trampoline foot touch and it just bounces off anywhere. So he's a bit hit and miss, and he needs that consistency, really, which will come with match sharpness and game time, you've got to feel. Now Millwall trying to attack again up the right-hand side. Nonto does well just to cut that pass in lane and force the player to go back, and Millwall have gone all the way back to their defenders again. Cross into the box here from Longman, and it's back to Murray Wallace. And now the number 3 is going to try and get the ball in the box, but it's blocked by Archie Gray. And it's going to be a Millwall corner here. Michael Brown saying Rutter, Pirot link up better away from home as they have more space on the counter-attack, and Somerville and Nonto have more space to attack. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think when teams come to Ellen Road, it needs to be the other way around, and Pirot needs to be the striker. I think it does in general, but I think it's easier to be fluid away from home. They're given a free kick against Somerville there for handball, but he was the one who was bundled over. Ball with the Millwall defence again now. Yeah, Rodden is having a good game. That's a push there from the Millwall player. Now a chance for the Millwall player to get the ball in the box. Good block there from Rodon. He knew exactly where to be. Good positioning. And he blocked that one out for another Millwall corner. Corner into the box then from Millwall. Gone all the way over everybody, and Ayling's able to shield that one out for a Leeds throw-in, I think. I think Ayling, yeah. Ayling had his arm around him there, and the player wasn't too happy about it. Because Ayling did a classic Ayling flop. Sorry, but Millwall have got a better big screen than us. We need to really improve that Elland Road. Ours is absolutely crap. Good clearance there by Sam Byram. All the way up to the halfway line. It's going to go out for a Millwall throw, but at least it pushes them back a bit, and they've gone all the way back to the goalkeeper, so Leeds can gain some yardage, as they say in American sports, and come up the pitch a little bit. Won by the Millwall striker here, and they tried to get the ball in the box, and Byram is there to clear the ball. Somerville now drives towards the Millwall half, and his touch was heavy, and Millwall were able to take it off him. Ball's gone out wide here, and Rodden's having to cover Ayling's position because Ayling went flying at that one. Ball's in the box again. Ayling now stepping up, and the shoot, good save. Curled around the players there. I saw it late, Meslier, and made a really good save. Leeds really need to deal with this pressure here. Really good tackle there from Ampadu. A combination him, Perrault, and Byron managed to get the ball away. Ampadu sprays that one out to the right midfield spot where Ayling's able to head it straight to a Millwall player. But the Millwall player takes a heavy touch and it goes out for a throw-in. That's the difference between the Championship and the Premier League. Daniel Farke having a word with Ayling there. Yeah, that was a really good save from Meslier before. Especially because he pushed it out really wide so that there was no danger from the follow-up. Leeds with the ball here. Ayling pings that one out weak-footed to the opposite wing, and it's gone straight to a... Well, to be fair to him, it was going to Willie Gnonto, and the Millwall player won the header, but it went straight back to Leeds again, and we've got the ball with Meslier. At the moment... Oh, actually, no, there's no other teams playing at the moment, is there? It's just these are the results from last night that it's showing us. Oh... Shoulder in the back there from Somerville on Leonard. Millwall then with a free kick about halfway inside their half, and he's probably going to send this one long here, the goalkeeper. Bit of a combination of Rodon and the Millwall striker makes that that ball go back to Meslier, and Meslier rolls it out to Strauch. Strauch carries it up and gives it to Somerville, who came short for it. Somerville's been he's been drifting a lot this game, I've noticed. Sometimes he'll be out on the left, sometimes he'll be out on the right, and he's just sort of drifting between positions, trying to help out with those pieces of interplay. Archie Gray heads that one to Willie Gnonto, and Willie Gnonto is not tall enough or strong enough to get the ball off the Millwall player, so they have it back again now. Good interception by Ampadu, though. Ampadu looking for some options, and Byram's his only option to his left. Byram down the line to Willie Gnonto, to Somerville, and Somerville's absolutely wiped out there. That's it. For me, that is a yellow card all day, every day, and he's not been given anything for it. That's got to, for me, that has got to be a yellow card. How has that done that? Yeah, I'm just pausing the timer for like 20 seconds because apparently I'm now 20 seconds behind. Somerville now with the ball. Clips it inside to Byram. Byram down the line. Back into Somerville. Now Somerville commits the foul. If Somerville gets a yellow card for that, I'm going to go mental. No, he doesn't. Thank God for that. He was on the same play that's been fouling him about 5 times. Yeah, since the goal went in, Leeds have now had 59% possession when it was certainly lower than that before we scored. Millwall with a long ball here from the goalkeeper up towards the number 9 who wins the flick on, but then Ampadu intercepts and flicks it back towards the halfway line where there's no foul apparently as Rutter is bundled to the ground. Leeds trying to force Millwall back here. Millwall trying to come into the Leeds half now. Archie Gray up against Longman, who's trying to get the ball into the box. Instead plays it laterally to the number 14, who then is looking for an option to get the ball in the box. Leeds defending well though here. Little 1-2, and then Ampadu's going to try and win this foot race, but no, it's going to go out for a Leeds goal kick as Ampadu shields it out nicely. If Leeds do not get a number 10 in the Jan transfer window, it might upset the partnership balance between Rutter and Perrault. Yeah, potentially, but then I don't know. It's like what's better for the overall team is the thing that matters, isn't it? Really. Just as Rutter himself then just headed the ball backwards to the Millwall goalkeeper by accident when he tried to have that little flick on. The long goal kick there from the Millwall goalkeeper where Rodon wins the header. And Somerville does too much there. He could have just passed that to Byram, but he's lost the ball and now Millwall have it. Leeds trying to press a bit here, and I think Rutter got nutmegged, which was actually pretty lucky from the Millwall defender because I don't think he knew Rutter was behind him until he turned round and last second managed to just poke it through his legs. Ayling, what are you doing? Just took a touch and whacked it straight up in the air. Ampadu with a little clever bit of improvisation there where he just diving headed it back to his goalkeeper so that he could pick it up. Melier is taken to dummy in when he's going to pick up the ball and just slowly standing over it like this and going, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then when they do, he picks it up and rolls it out dead fast. Wastes a bit of time, and it gets us a bit of momentum when we then try to attack. Ampadu with the ball out wide to Nonto on the right. Nonto and Somerville have been swapping so far this game. Ayling now with the ball inside to Ampadu. Ampadu to Sam Byram. Sam Byram towards the box. And Barron's going to give it into Somerville on the left-hand side. Somerville entering the box now. Has a shot deflected, headed away by a Millwall player, and then Archie Gray picks it up and gives the ball to Ayling. Ayling tries to shoot, deflected all the way to Somerville, then to Sam Byram. Sam Byram into Jorginho Rutter. Rutter is trying to get through, and apparently is not a foul, but I don't think it was anyway. He sort of fell over. Yeah, I don't know what Rutter was doing there. I think he just needed to play a pass. Yeah, Rutter was just sort of... He was manhandled a little bit, but he just fell over, and then Perrault made a foul, so it's going to be a Millwall free kick. Again, the goalkeeper hoofs it as far... Well, maybe not as far as he can, but... as far as the strikers, and Rodon has to come in and clear that one. But I think Rodon and the number 11 or number 77, can't tell which, headbutted each other there, and Rodon's eyebrow is bleeding, I think. Or was it an elbow? Can't quite tell. It might have been. It's either an elbow or the side of the other player's head there, but Rodon's head is bleeding. Michael saying, I thought Gray would have been left out for this match, as Farke said in his press conference about the match, about the amount of matches he's played. Yeah, I think it's likely that Glenn Kamara will make an appearance today a little bit later on. Excuse me. Will make an appearance a little bit later on for Archie Gray to limit his minutes that way. And you've also got Gruev, you've got Jaden Anthony, you've got Poveda, a few other players on the bench. So we've got options today, certainly more than we've had in the past, now that all our signings are in the door. Have we actually got any centre-backs on the bench? I think Cresswell's on the bench, isn't he? What was I looking for then? Oh, yeah, the bench. Yeah, Cresswell is on the bench, yeah, so we have got a centre-back if we need it. Bench is exciting for once, isn't it? Yeah, we've got plenty of options on there. We've got Dan James with incredible pace. We've got Jaden Anthony, who was scored a lot of goals and assisted a lot of goals in the Championship the last time he was in here. And you've also got Cresswell, who can come on at centre-back, do really well. If he's needed from this injury, if it's a concussion or anything. You've got Gruev, Kamara. Yeah, so it's decent. It's decent. Games per goal, 2.1. Tell you what, this might be a good time to try and skip forward a bit. There we go. We're now synced up again, and the injury has the injury is being treated on the sideline, and Ayling's taken the throw in, and Leeds are going to play on. And I think Ampadu's going to slot in at centre back whilst Rodon's off the pitch. Ball forward there from Somerville doesn't really go to anybody. I think Rodon's getting a Terry Butcher style bandage around his head. Maybe a more Leeds reference would be a Paddy Kisnorbo style bandage around the head. Or it certainly looked like that was the case. Nonto did really well there to turn his man and then try and get away, and then he's fouled again by a Millwall player. No, it's more like a strange headband actually that Rodon's wearing. He's back on the pitch now. Long ball here from the Leeds defence. Ayling wins the header. Then the second one. Now the ball with Somerville into Pirro. Pirro's first touch just a little bit heavy and was cleared away by the Millwall player here. Headed back to Sam Byram by Ethan Ampadu, and then out wide to Somerville, who gives it back to Byram, and Leeds are trying to trying to build something here. But Millwall, to be fair to them, are pressing quite well and stopping Leeds really having too much time to think on the ball. That one nearly went through to Rutter, but wasn't ever really too much danger of it going wrong. And then Rutter wins the... well, no, he doesn't. He makes a tackle and Millwall get the throw in. Oh, yeah, this is the first time we've scored the first goal in a game. I've just realised that. The commentator said it, but yeah, I didn't think about that. It's the first time we've actually scored the first goal in a game this season. Clipped ball towards the back post, and Ayling makes a really good header. And now Longman opening it up to the edge of the box where they shoot. Flies over the bar. Don't know what's wrong with the striker that went down there. I don't really know what happened there. Let's have a little look at the replay of this. The ball came into the box here, clipped in, and then Ayling won it. But you still don't really know what happened to their player when Ayling won that ball. This might be a better angle of it. So Ayling wins the header. Yeah, I still can't really see what happened to him. I think he's just play acting a bit, trying to win a penalty or something. Plus 5 minutes onto the first half, by the way. 5 minutes of injury time. Good touch by Rutter there, and now Nonto with the ball. Nonto's been pulled back there. That is a foul. That is a foul any day of the week, and now Millwall are trying to attack here. Ayling trying to head up against the number 7 here, who gets the ball, tries to get it into the box, and then Gray picks it up. And then Nonto is fouled again. Do you think Farker's banned Rutter wearing long sleeves? Not sure, to be honest. Melier going to take this free kick then. Clips this one towards the attack, where Rutter tries to hold it up but can't quite, but Leeds still get the ball. Now Ampadu. Ampadu tries to clip one back down the line, and there's not really anybody there. His goalkeeper's going to let that go out for a goal kick. Still a couple of minutes here of added time. Doesn't look like either team are particularly going to try and go for it and score that goal. Archie Gray wins the header there, and then Nonto, and then Pirro. Then Pirro is being dragged back here, but does really well to get the ball out to Ayling, to Byram anyway. Now Somerville. Somerville up against Leonard. Tackled there, and it's going to be a Leeds throw in. Couple of minutes then left here. 2.5 minutes left of this first half, and Leeds with the ball in the final third on this throw in. Sam Byram now with the ball. Sam Byram does well to get past his man. And now he's going to try and get the ball in the box. It's blocked. It's going to be a Leeds corner. Michael Brown saying Everton must be taken to task because they have reignited their interest in Nonto, with potential new investors looking to take over the club. All of this interest in Nonto will unsettle them again. Yeah, but to be fair, there's nothing that can happen for now, is there? Whilst this is all... whilst it's the season's on. Somerville now. Cross into the box. Ayling can't quite get on that, and it goes all the way over for, I think, a Millwall throw-in. Millwall throw-in then here. 1.5 minutes left of this additional time. Pirro wins that header, then by the Millwall defender, then Ampadu. Now Nonto with the ball. Nonto does so well to try and keep hold of the ball there. But it's kept in by a Millwall player. Melies had to come all the way out and clear that one. And he clears it straight into touch for a Millwall throw-in. Just a minute left then of injury time in the first half. That was a foul throw-in by the Millwall player, if I've ever seen one. Oh, bad pass there. That was a bad pass from the Millwall goalkeeper then. And Rutte was nearly in and was tripped. But if that's given as a foul, it's a red card for their player. Yeah, what is that? Rutte tried to go for the ball, which would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and was tripped from behind. So that's a red card. That's how the rules work. That is the end of the first half. I'm just going to go and fill up my water bottle, and I shall be back in a minute. Anybody's got any, I don't know, first half analysis that they want to talk about, points that they want to raise, put them in the chat now, and I'll be back in a second, and we'll discuss. And we're back. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to give my ears a rest from these headphones because it's only adverts anyway. It's a pity VAR is not operated at this level because as that foul on Rutte was definitely a red card. Yeah, for some reason they seem to be letting a lot go. But there's a difference between letting a little bit of physical contact go and letting an actual foul go. Because actual fouls need to be punished because that's the whole point of the game. But a lot of them aren't being. And certainly Leonard should have had a yellow card about 3 times in that first half. So I don't really know where the logic's coming from on that front. What do we think, though, everyone? What's the... excuse me. What's the final score going to be in this game? I think Leeds really need to show that they can hang on to a lead for me in this game. And we do that by maybe scoring another one early in the second half and putting the game to bed. And then cruising to a nice 2-0 victory would be lovely. Because we've not done things like that in a long, long time. Going to get the second half timer ready. There we go. Oh, let's relax for a minute, eh? half time in a Leeds game and Leeds are actually 1-0 up. Does not happen very often, does it? Who's impressed me the most so far? I think it's the man in the thumbnail, Willie Gnonto. For me, I think Willie Gnonto's been the best in the first half because he just seems to get the ball and drive with it and just try to run towards the Millwall defence. Michael Speed asking that he's at work, not able to watch it. Was it a good goal? Yeah, it was a really good goal. It was a really good counter-attack. We were under the cosh for the first sort of 10 minutes or so. It was a really, really good counter-attack from Leeds, front to back. Nice little interplay between Gnonto, Rutter and Pirro. Eventually ended up at Pirro's feet. Nice, cultured, slotted finish around what you call it, around the goalkeeper. So, yeah, it was a really good goal. Isaac L saying Ayling is a massive liability for me. We're fortunate not to get scored on. You are American, Isaac, I'm gonna say. In the build up of the goal, yeah, but then Ayling's also done well to get us forward as well in certain situations, and Jed Spence isn't available, so there isn't really anybody who's going to do a better job than Ayling. I'm just going to listen to a little bit of the analysis. Just analysing the goal now. Beckford is nice to see Jermaine on here. Yeah, actually graded really well. Yeah, he dived that. When they said there was a foul in the build-up, he dived. Really good ball from Rutter into Gnonto, then back into Pirro, and a really good finish in the end. How do Leeds beat the low block teams at Elland Road going forward? I did a video about that. I'll just tell you what it was called because I can't quite remember. I don't know if this actually works as a link. Oh, it does actually, yeah. So that's the video about how Rutter and Pirro can work well together as against a low block, and how they can combine better to score goals. In my opinion, it's just my personal opinion. I think that way would work well. So if you want to check that out after the stream, you'll be able, the links there. I think Ayling did great the moments before the goal. Yeah, he did well to somehow get that ball clear, and then Archie Gray nipped in nicely to get it, and yeah, was able to clear it, and then Leeds able to get up the pitch really fast, front to back, really quickly, and the interplay and the combination was really, really good, and obviously ended up in scoring a goal. So yeah, it was a very good play from Leeds, and we did that a couple of times. We just weren't able to get a telling touch on the other chances, but it's the only real clear chance we've had where we've been through on goal, really. So let's hope we can create some more of them in the second half. It would just be nice, wouldn't it, to win without having to really stress and worry. If we just go and score another goal early in the second half and we don't have to worry about it anymore, then that would just be perfect, wouldn't it? One second. Let me just edit the description of this. Right, so I've just put a link in the description of the video for my classic football shirts affiliate link. So there's loads of Leeds United shirts on there. They're the like original ones that came out at the time. So there's like Viduka shirts. Pretty sure there was a Yeboah shirt on there that I saw, but some really old retro Leeds United shirts, and they're not like modern recreations. They're ones that people had bought at the time and are still in like pristine condition. So if you want to check that out, use the affiliate link down below in the description, and use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout for 10% off as well if you want to. That's Leeds Lately 10 at checkout. Adam Wedgwood saying a clean sheet in this game would be massive for confidence. Absolutely, it would, especially for people like Melier. That's 2 clean sheets in a row then, if we can manage to do that. And that will do them the world of good, like you say. Render saying, I said earlier, first touch can be heavy for Ruter, but that ball for Perrault's goal was perfection. Yeah, it was. It was just a perfect little bounce pass straight into him. Loved it. Michael Brown saying, I was watching the Leicester fan channel and they reckon after beating Southampton on Friday, they will win the league with a record points total. They said that a while ago, didn't they, before the season even started? One of them said that to Joe on his channel on the Just Joe Football Show. They said that there. And I think people laughed at them, and I don't think they're gonna win a records point total, but do I think any halftime subs should be made? To be honest, I wouldn't say so. Not halftime subs, at least. We've got some good players on the bench who can come on. Jaden Anthony, I maybe would like to see come on a little bit later on in the game, offer something a little bit different to what Somerville or Nonto offers. I would maybe bring him off of Somerville because I think Nonto's having the best game up there. Then you've got, I think Kamara should come on for Gray, just so that Gray's not playing 90 minutes every week. If he comes on in the 60th, 70th minute or something, it gives Gray 20 minutes, 30 minutes where he doesn't have to play the whole time. Then you've got Gruev, Paveda, James, Joffe. Yeah, I'd be interested to see, but I don't think I would like any subs at half time. But certainly at some point in the game I would. Hopefully this starts again soon. Oh, some highlights here of the Leicester game. Oh my God, how are Leicester... That fourth goal for Leicester... Did anybody seen that fourth goal for Leicester? There's just nobody in the entire Southampton half. That's ridiculous. Leeds saying the Leicester fans could be exaggerating. Under Bielsa's first season, we looked like we were going up as champions. Well, the deciding factor will be the Jan transfer window, I bet. Yeah, and also it's the Championship, isn't it? Even if you start well, it's no guarantee that you're going to carry on going well for the whole season. A lot of teams make late runs in the Championship and eventually end up in the playoffs or in the automatics. So it's not a guarantee just because you've had a good start by any means of by any stretch of the imagination. Think we might be back on in a second. No, bloody hell, there's more analysis and stuff going on. I'll tell you what, it's too hot. Players are coming back out onto the pitch, though, by the way. I think we're back with the commentary team now, so we are going to be back live in a second with the game. Let me just close this and put it back on again, just in case. Yeah, looks like we're about to kick off in a second. Get the second half timer ready to go. Come on, Leeds. Bloody hell, Millwall. Get your players who aren't playing off the pitch. In fact, get your whole team off the pitch and just let us score and open goals. That would be good. We're back underway here at the Den. And Leeds are looking to secure their second victory of the season, and their second clean sheet as well would be ideal. Long ball here up from Meslier towards the halfway line, where Somerville tries to win it but jumps a bit early and is small anyway. Now Pirro with the ball. Pirro's pass is cut out by the number 8 for Millwall, and then eventually heads all the way back to the Millwall goalkeeper, who's going to send the ball long again here. Don't think anybody's made any substitutions at half-time, not from what I've seen anyway. Long ball from the Millwall centre-back, and Strout's going to try and win that one. He does, but not very convincingly, and now they have the ball again. Ball into the box. They're about to shoot. Good save from Meslier there. It was straight at him, but it was with very, very... It was a lot of power, basically. It was a very powerful shot. Blasted straight at Meslier, and maybe his strike partner would have been the better option for a pass there. But that's an early mistake from Leeds, and we can't allow that to happen. Strauch needed to just head that ball away instead of trying to take it with his feet there. And now the ball into the box from the corner. Meslier able to catch. Does well. He was going to roll it out to Ayling, but now he's not. And now he throws it out to Byram. Now the ball with Wilfred Gnonto. Gnonto facing up against his man. Good ball into Byram and then back to Gnonto again, but Millwall are able to clear. Does Cooper get back into this XI? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he sits on the bench. But at this point, I'd rather bring Charlie Cresswell off the bench to get him experience than Cooper. Like... I don't know. I think Strauch's doing really well. Rodon's doing really well. Ampadu does well there to get the ball to Ayling. Now Ayling looking for options. Uses his weak foot to pass the ball inside to Somerville. Somerville tries to pass the ball into Jorginho Rutter. That's a handball. That's handball. It was a good cut out by the defender, but then he handled it. So... Byram there. Trying to get the ball, but Strauch is the one who does it in the end, and then Strauch's fouled, and the referee... Oh, he's actually going to give a free kick for once. Thank God for that. Sam Byram now with the ball. Down the line to Nonto. Nonto's under a bit of pressure here, but manages to keep it, even though he's been knocked over. And then that's going to be a foul against Nonto, even though Nonto was fouled to get the ball in the first place. This referee, honestly. Well, maybe Millwall player didn't foul him. But yeah, Nonto just lost the ball and then pulled his shirt back, and it's a free kick to Millwall. To Millwall. Oh, shut up, Gary Rowett. How is that not a yellow card? Well, I'm sorry, but what about all the ones that he's done on us? It's the same player. Ball into the box from Leonard, headed away by Roden. Then back to Norton Cuffy, is he called? And then away by Ayling as he clips it in. Away by Ayling again. Ayling does well here. And then it's gone straight out for a throw into Leeds United. Orange card. Ayling takes the throw in then into Jorginho Rutter, who passes it straight to a Millwall player, and then Somerville fouls the Millwall player. Leeds are struggling at the start of this second half, and it's quite frustrating to watch, really. It's going to be another free kick to Millwall. Leeds are struggling, really, to have the same sort of control over the game they did towards the end of the first half. We need to sort of settle ourselves, not concede, and ride this little bit of pressure out, and then eventually we might be able to go and try and score up the other end. Ball clipped towards the penalty spot. Headed towards Meslier. Meslier catches it, and now there's a bit of a fracas between Leonard and Ampadu there. But I'm sorry, but Leonard's an absolute house. He just constantly is winding people up and making bad tackles. And see, I like that from Ampadu. I love that from Ampadu. Ryan Leonard purposely goes into Meslier like that with a shoulder and bashes him for no reason whatsoever. So Ampadu protects his mate, protects his goalkeeper, and shoves a shoulder back into Leonard. I love that from Ampadu, protecting his teammates. That's what a leader does. That's the proper leadership trait, that, and I love that. Rutter does really well there to get away from his players, and then into Pirot. Pirot tries to shoot, but it's a good block there from the Millwall defender. The ball's gone right down the line and out for a Leeds throw-in. Love it, Ampadu. What I love to see from a Leeds player, Render is saying, yeah, absolutely, that's what I mean. It's just like, that's what you need in a leader, and a Leeds player as well. You like to see them protecting their teammates. Yeah, not standing for any crap, basically. It's the sort of thing that Sergio Ramos would have done. Ampadu would make a great captain. Nonto does really well to turn his player inside out there and gets the ball into the midfield where Archie Gray can spread that on, carry the movement on and give it out to Ayling. Ayling now looking for options. Tries to get the ball into Somerville. Somerville's blocked off there. Bit of miscommunication between the Millwall players, but they deal with it in the end. But only as far as Rodon. And then Ampadu. Ampadu, nice little turn into the midfield. Drives with it. Now tries to give it to Rutter and then get the ball back to Ampadu to run on goal, but it didn't work in the end. Pirot with a nice little flick. Now Rutter does really well to keep the ball there. I love that from Rutter. He's actually really strong. Good pressure here from Leeds, trying to stop Millwall being able to get that ball back up the pitch, but they've had to send it long, which is just going to go straight to Rodon and back to Archie Gray, who accidentally passes it to a Millwall player, and then Sam Byram with a good interception, and Leeds now with a chance to counter-attack. Millwall have got about 5 players back here, but Leeds still with the chance to break somewhat. Nonto into the box, tries to get it across the box. It goes through absolutely everyone, and someone should have been there. And you've got to feel, if Pirro was the striker and he was playing up front, that's exactly where he would be. But because he's not, he's sat on the edge of the box, and Somerville was the furthest man forward. That is a fantastic ball into that corridor of uncertainty that we love on this channel. And yet, nobody was there to finish it. Nobody. And that annoys me, because that's exactly where you want somebody to cross the ball. Saw it in pre-season, Dan James putting the balls into those areas. Nonto's doing it there, and there's just nobody on the end of it, and there has to be, because you don't get that many chances in a game like this. Ayling spreads the ball out wide to Nonto, and not quite to him. It's gone past him. It was a good idea, and Nonto saying as much by raising his hands and clapping back towards Ayling for that pass, but it just went out ahead of him. Looks like Jaden Anthony's warming up, yeah. Yeah, just as I saw it, Render said it at the same time. Header from Byram there. Then into Pirro. Now Byram again. Byram with good feet, although he eventually does too much and takes out of play. Looks like Millwall might be bringing on Zian Fleming soon, which I think he's one of their best players, isn't he? One of their creative players. Terrible pass there from the Millwall number 8, and Somerville's able to pick up the ball. Somerville does really well to keep the ball there. Gives the ball out to Ayling, and Ayling apparently is offside. It wouldn't have happened anyway. It would have been a corner maybe, but apparently Ayling was offside in that move. Double-handed push in the back there from Ampadu, which was definitely a foul, but it's not been given. Pirro tried to pass the ball back there, but he's failed to, and now the ball into the box. It's headed away by Strauch, and now Pirro again to Archie Gray, and Archie Gray's been brought down. That's a yellow card, surely. Strauch now. Into Byram. Strauch again. Clips the one down the line towards Ruter. Ruter's going to try and hold this up, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in, I think. Yeah, I think the ball's going to go to Sam Byram here, and Leeds the chance to get up the pitch a little bit. Really need to take control of this game a little bit more. They haven't really had many clear-cut chances or anything, but Leeds still need to try and get another goal here. Somerville now with the ball. Is there a ref on the pitch? Seeing at least 3 yellows in this half alone. Yeah, I know, it's mad, isn't it? They're just not making any decisions. That was a foul on Ayling. He was just blocked off and hit in the face there. But honestly, he's just not giving anything. Surely you've still got to do your job as a ref and give free kicks that actually are free kicks. It's just the little sort of niggly ones that shouldn't be given. And yeah, that's fair enough, but these ones, proper free kicks, proper yellow cards a lot of the time, just not being given as a free kick at all. Rodon does well to win that header. Cleared by a Millwall player though, and then headed on, and then Rodon does well again to deal with it. Ayling forcing Bradford to go backwards. They're going to try and get the ball in the box here again, Millwall. Ball goes into the box, over everybody, and I think for a goal kick in the end. I think it was a goal kick, or is it a corner? Let's have a look at the replay. Well, it may be a corner, you know. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is a corner. It came off the back of Byram's head. Millwall with a corner then here. It's an outswinger towards the edge of the box. Millwall win that one, and eventually Leeds do, though. And then Archie Gray clears that one away. There's nobody up in the other half, but Router's going to try and chase this one down as it passed back to the goalkeeper, who I think is just going to launch it. He loves a launch, that goalie. All he ever does is launch it. Nice ball from Pirro into Nonto. Nonto trying to run into the Millwall half. Nonto's just been wiped out there, but Somerville in the box. Good tackle there, but for God's sake, how many times are they going to wipe out Nonto? Nonto's been winded there because he's literally just been completely body checked. It's a yellow card. Pull it back for the yellow card. He's done it on purpose as well. He took a step to the side, stepped into him and knocked him over. It's Leonard again. I hate that guy. It's the same guy again. All he ever does is foul, and he's not been given even a yellow card yet. It's ridiculous. He should at least be on a yellow card now. It's ridiculous the amount of yellow card tackles he's made. Leaves with a chance to get the ball in the box off this corner, though. Short one to Somerville. Somerville curls it towards the back post. Headed back across the box, and it's been cleared there by Millwall, and Ampadu is able to head that one all the way back to Meslier. And Mellier's going to wait all the way until... he's going to wait all the way until a Millwall player comes near. He's wasted a good few seconds there. Now Meslier with the ball again. Good ball from Meslier out to Archie Gray. Archie Gray to come towards the halfway line now. Somerville out to Luke Ayling on the right-hand side. Somerville back on the halfway line with it and decides to go back to Rodon, who's going to go all the way back to Ilyan Meslier. It's going to be a throw into Millwall on the halfway line after that pass is clipped long into touch. Millwall trying to play out from the back now. Out to Norton Cuffy, where Nonto makes an excellent challenge. It's going to be a throw in here to Millwall. Halfway inside Leeds' half, and it looks like Zion Fleming is getting ready to come on now. Oh, ball into the box here from Leonard, and it's headed away there by Joe Rodon again. Joe Rodon's been really, really good. Longman tries to clip that one into the box, but it's gone a bit long, man. Sorry, that was the worst joke ever. Yeah, I think Anthony needs to come on. And he was warming up before, so you've got to imagine that he might do. Maybe Anthony and Kamara might be a good shout. Millwall are making 3 substitutions here, by the way. Zion Fleming is one of the ones coming on. The other 2, I am not sure because I've never seen them before in my life. Watmore and Essay who are both coming on as well for Denore, Nisbet and Campbell, all the ones coming off. Good long clearance there by Melee up to the halfway line, but headed back towards the Leeds goal by the Millwall defender, and then flicked on again, and now Millwall have the ball with Fleming. Now Fleming again. We need to make some proactive substitutions, like, who was it was saying? Michael S. Rather than reactive. You're absolutely right there, because we've been guilty of that before. Ruter's gone all the way back there. Tried to do a little bit of a... Why is he, like, quite cute? Like, he just did a little... Tried to do a little step over and stuff, and then got the ball out, and he was like... Good long throw in by Ayling there. Surely that was a handball from the Millwall player. I'm sure it dropped right onto his arm. Actually, great tries to clear that one. And it's still in play with Esse. And then Joe Rodden makes an excellent interception and drives towards the halfway line. Now Somerville with the ball. Somerville with a nice ball out to Nonto, who can't quite bring it under his spell. It's too long for him. Jaden Anthony on the touchline, like, unlucky. Dan James, I've just seen Dan James take his bib off as well, so. Yeah, Dan James is getting his shirt on. Yeah, I don't hate it, bringing on Dan James and Jaden Anthony to refresh that attack. It's not the worst idea, considering we've got both of those players would easily start for Millwall, and they're on the bench for us, so it's great options to have that many players, that many squad depth. We're like the Man City of the Championship, to just bring players on that are just as good as the ones who are starting. Fired over the bar there from Longman. Need a striker in the box for James, though. Well, we've got that in Pirot, so hopefully he would realise that that's where he needs to be. Looks like some subs... Oh, no. Some subs aren't being made now. Rodden's going to carry the ball a little bit here, being chased all the while by the ginger lad who came on before, whose name I can't remember. Ayling wins that header. Does really well. Esse's got his... He's literally linking arms with Gray and trying to pull him, so it's not... Surely that's a foul. Yeah, Jaden Anthony and Dan James are the ones that are getting ready to come on now. So, yeah, I like that. I like that proactiveness to say, okay, well, to be fair, it's still a little bit reactive because they've just made their subs, but it's still in plenty of time. I wouldn't say it's too late to make a sub in the sort of 66 minute. Get a good 20 minutes out of them. It's going to be a corner there to Leeds. Come on, let's whip the ball into the box and get a corner and just boom. Powerful header. Make it 2-0 and just really sort of cement this now. Looking forward to seeing Anthony. Don't know much about him. I have done a video on Anthony as well if you want to check that out. Explaining what sort of player he is and stuff. Ball into the box now from Somerville. Goes towards the back post. It's going to be another corner from the opposite side now. Because I think Norton Coffey flicked it on backwards and headed it out for a corner. Leeds taking their time over this. As they are still 1-0 up. Somerville getting ready to put this one in the box then. Curls it in. Strouk tries to get there and heads it out wide for a goal kick there. I mean, Strouk gets on the end of a lot of... Oh, he's limping, Strouk. Dan James and Jaden Anthony are going to come on now. I'm assuming for Somerville and Nonto. Yeah, so Somerville's going to be one of the ones that comes off. I think he's had a good game, done well, Somerville. Got a good 70 minutes in his tank. I don't think he could be too sad with being subbed. And Wilfred Nonto is going to be the other one that comes off for Dan James and Jaden Anthony. And it's going to be, a bit of a new look attack now. Hopefully Jaden Anthony gets on the score sheet straight away and starts his career at Leeds with a bang. Stroud does really well there to win that. Then Byram thinks the best option is just to send that one long, as he was under a bit of pressure there. It's headed back to the Millwall goalkeeper, who can catch that, drop it and get ready to send it long again. Then Roden gets up for that one but doesn't quite get there, and Ailing gets the seconds. Nice little touch from Dan James. Dan James has been wiped out there. Surely we get the advantage now. Ailing just got kicked after the ball had gone. He just whacked Dan James in the face, I think. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's have a look at this. Dan James with a nice little touch. Then he tries to go forward and he just gets whacked in the face. What is that about? And then the player bloody kicks thingy as well. Was it Leonard again? I'm sure it was Leonard again. So dirty. Such a dirty player. Millwall then getting ready to take this goal kick long then. A goal kick. Free kick long and towards the box. They do so. Strap going up for this one. Heads it well. Back towards the halfway line. Jaden Anthony trying to put a bit of pressure on Norton Cuffy. But Cuffy's got past him. Tries to curl the ball into the box. It's a really good ball. And Meslier is able to catch that one really, really well. Meslier doing much better with his claiming the ball. I'm really enjoying how he's improving on that this season. It's exactly what you want to see. And it may be a tougher league to do it because a lot of bodies and a lot of big bodies in the box in the Championship. A lot of players go in for very physical battles in the Championship when the ball's up in the air like that because they know that they've got to play on the percentages in the games in the Championship. And Mellier's actually doing that better now than he did when he was in the Premier League. Adam Wedgwood saying, I don't normally slam referees, but this ref has been shocking today. Absolutely. There's been so many that he's just let go and just not even given us a free kick when, like I said before, I get it that you're trying to let the game flow a little bit better and you're trying to let things run a bit better. But it's like ones that are actually fouls, you've got to give as a foul. Like what? Like it's against the rules of the game. Longman is coming off now. And Marku's coming on, the number 22 for Millwall. That's another Millwall throw in. Long into the box from Leonard off that throw-in and headed away there by Byram. Gone back to a Millwall player though, and Millwall trying to build an attack again. But that pass has gone backwards, so Leeds will be able to come up a few yards. Back to Leonard again. The dirtiest player on the pitch. Bradshaw tries to get the ball in the box, headed away by Ampadu. Good touch by Anthony and then taken away by Jorginho Rutter. Rutter tries to play the ball to Dan James. Dan James tries to get the ball forward, but he's been gone through the back of, but not a foul. Archie Gray tries to battle with the number 10, Zion Fleming, there to get the ball back, but Millwall have still got it here. Although Leeds have now won it back through Luke Ayling. A chance for Leeds to counter-attack. Dan James with the ball. Out wide to Luke Ayling. Now Luke Ayling tries to put it in the box. That's a penalty. That is a blatant handball. That is a blatant handball. It doesn't matter if it was fired straight at him. His arm was like this, out in an unnatural position. It's a penalty. Archie Gray does really well there to take the ball off. I can't remember what player that is, but he takes the ball off the striker, comes away with it, and then is brought down with a foul there. Tries to cross the ball in the box. Yeah, that's a handball. No, that is a handball. The commentator saying, "Oh, so clearly not a handball." It was. His arm was like this. It hit his arm, and his arm swung like that. He stopped the ball going into the box for a potential goal scoring opportunity. It's a handball, and it's a penalty. Again, the referee is absolutely shocking. Long ball here from Meslier. Yes, absolutely, Bert. Ampadu now with the ball. This ref is diabolical. Absolutely, Karen. It's just like every single decision is wrong. Strout as well to get that one away, but it's only gone to a Millwall player, and they're able to try and build an attack again here. Ball with Essay, and then back to the centre-backs. Now Leonard, the dirtiest player on the pitch. Dirtiest player in the Championship. Imagine a midfield of him and that Morsey that plays for Ipswich. They just foul constantly. Referee was a Premier League referee. It's not Michael Oliver, is it? What's his name? I can't remember his name. But yeah, he was awful last year as well, wasn't he, in the Prem? That's a Millwall throw-in about halfway inside the... Oh no, maybe just opposite the D in the Leeds half, and he's throwing it back over the halfway line to his centre-back. Millwall going to try and get the ball again here, but it's been intercepted by Rutera. Now the ball with Jaden Anthony. Anthony with a nice ball out to Dan James. Dan James's touch is a little bit heavy, but there's nobody around him, so he's able to keep the ball. Has to go back, though, to Ayling. It killed the momentum a little bit there. Ayling into Rutera. Rutera trying to hold off his man, but his man's just got hold of him. His man's fully got hold of him, and he can't get away. So how is that not a foul? Honestly. Honestly, it's beggars belief, this. It really is. The refereeing standard has been absolutely shocking. Now Dan James with the ball. Coming central, trying to run at the defence. Ball into Rutera. Rutera with a chance. Into Dan James. Into Pirro! Yes! Just what we needed. Come on. 2-0 to Leeds. There we go. Come on, Leeds. 2-0. Let's try and keep a clean sheet now. I can't believe how badly we nearly messed that up. I think Dan James was expecting Rutera to shoot, and somehow it went to Pirro in the end. Rutera tried to pass it, cut it back to Dan James. Then Dan James shot. It saved, and then straight into the path of Pirro, who put it in the back of the net. Dan James fell over and it went straight to Pirro. Can't believe it. That is such a Dan James assist, isn't it? I can't believe Dan James fell over. Pirro's laughing before he even put it in the net then. Love it. Love it. They all count, absolutely. Long ball to Norton Cuffy. He's had to head it back there, and it's gone to Leonard. The cheat. They started really well, Millwall. They really did. Now Jaden Anthony with the ball. He definitely took that out then. Ball in play again. Millwall defenders now have it. Coming towards the halfway line, looking for options. Gives it into the feet there of Fleming, and he isn't fouled by Gray, but manages to poke it back to the centre-back again. They're going to now lump it long. And it's headed straight out by Norton Cuffey for a Leeds throw. Should be a Leeds throw-in, apparently not. Dan James almost scuffed it, but inadvertently found its way to Perot. You change the scores instantly. Fastest scorecard in the YouTube game. Joe takes 10 minutes. Sometimes I actually do completely forget and somebody goes, Max, you haven't changed the score. And I go, oh, yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? But I remembered this time. Going to be a corner here for Millwall. For Millwall. Headed away by Strauch there. Really good header. Oh, Leeds nearly win that one, and then they do win it. Oh, my God. Go on, Dan James. Ayling played the ball towards Dan James. It's gone all the way to Jorginho Rutter. Jorginho Rutter scores! 3-0! Come on! He needed that, Jorginho Rutter. He's now scored a couple of goals as well in the Championship. He really deserved that. Let's make that 3. Love it. Away 3-0 victory. Let's not concede one. Let's have a clean sheet. Away 3-0 victory. Lovely. You take that all day. Jorginho just done his golf shot there as his celebration. Ayling played a ball, and you just knew Dan James was so quick that he's definitely going to get to that ball, and then he plays the ball. Oh, it's actually deflected by the Millwall player. Goes straight to it goes straight to Jorginho Rutter. I think Jorginho Rutter may have been slightly offside when the ball was played, but I don't think it mattered because it came off a Millwall player. Excellent finish as well, by the way. I know he had time to think about it, and that's when players often struggle, but he just banged it straight in the top corner. Happy for him that he got his goal there, Jorginho. When Pirro scores, Rutter scores. I'm already seeing a pretty major mentality shift in our team. Yeah, it's been lovely to see this game. We've played really, really well. And it's nice to see that even though Millwall were quite good at the start and they did have a lot of the possession and they were pressing as well, that we were able to withstand that and not concede and then eventually go and score 3 goals. So, excellent. Just watching Joe and his podcast, he's got the biggest smile when the Rutter goal went in, yeah. Good moment for Rutter, good moment for Leeds fans. Goal kick there to Leeds after Emarku, I think he's called, was sort of knocked over by Jan James, but wasn't given as a foul. I said Glenn Kamara might come on. Glenn Kamara's coming on then for number 7. So Joel Perot, actually. Glenn Kamara's coming on for Joel Perot. Yeah, good game from Perot. I know it was a bit harsh on him earlier, but fair play to Ayling. That was a great ball out to James. Yeah, it was, yeah. Even Leeds can't lose all of this advantage. Don't say things like that. 7 minutes is plenty of time for them to score 3 goals. So Joel Perot has gone off and Glenn Kamara has come on. Love to see if Glenn Kamara managed to score a goal, you know. George Saville has come on for Millwall, by the way, as well. Now Dan James with the ball. Into Glenn Kamara. Glenn Kamara looking for options and gives it to Ayling. Ayling down the line to Jorginho. Rutte with a nice little flick round the corner, cleared out by Wallace there as Ayling tried to get a chance to put a ball in the box there. Bet Pirro is miffed on a hat trick. Yeah, he was, but then also let's not get him injured. Game's won. Let's not let's not let him get injured. It's game management and also getting Kamara a bit of game time as well, isn't it? Where does this put us in the league? Puts us up to 10th. Not bad. 9 points. Only 2 points behind 5th place. So that's not bad, is it, really? Come on, Leeds. Let's get another. I'm in the mood for goals now. Shout out, Bert. Yeah, hit the like, ladies and gents. Yeah, I've not actually asked anybody to like at any point today. How many likes are we on? 56. Oh, let's get that up to 60 at least. Good block there by Ampadu. And then a good touch by Rutter, and then Glenn Kamara now on the counter-attack. I think Dan James might be the best option out the other side. But no, Jayden Anthony coming into the box. Jayden Anthony tries to shoot, but surely he was brought down there. I think he was clipped down. He was clipped and went down, Jayden Anthony. I think that should have been a penalty, to be honest. Let's have a look. It's a handball as well, by the way. Blocks it with his elbow. Honestly. Oh, Joffrey looks like he might be coming on. And Ilya Gruev as well. Corner comes in towards the back post. Oh, unlucky. Roden nearly got on the end of that. He was close with his little headband on. Yeah, he could have got a better connection on that Rodon, but in the end, it doesn't really matter too much. Would have been nice for him to get a goal, though. I think Ilya Gruev and Joffrey will be coming on in a second. I said Dan James would get 10 plus assists this season, so he's 10% of the way there already. Yeah, looks like Leeds are making the subs now. Got to give it to Farker this time around. Made subs at the right time in the game. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Good shout. Jorginho Rutte is coming off for Joe Gelhardt. He's got a big smile on his face. Look at him. Bless him. Ain't he wholesome? Yeah, Joffrey's coming on. And Archie Gray's coming off for Gruev. Or Gruev? Groove. How were they saying it? Someone was saying it differently the other day, and I can't remember how they were saying it. Groyev? I can't remember. Saville towards the back post, gone straight out for a Leeds goal kick. 6 games in, 1 loss. I'm happy camper if we can keep this up. Absolutely, yeah. 2 clean sheets as well in a row if we can not concede in the next sort of 5 or so minutes. Oh yeah, I forgot Charlie Cresswell and James Shackleton both were on loan here last season, so they'll know this place well. Jorginho and Pirot now sat together on the bench having a good chinwag. Hope they become friends and develop a working relationship where they just know where each other's going to be every time. That's the ideal partnership. Gruev's given away a foul there, but Julie Knight saying, watching from Bonnie, Scotland, up here on holiday, enjoying this 3-0, get in. Yeah, absolutely. Great performance, and yeah, a lovely game to watch whilst you're on holiday, isn't it? Because it keeps you in a good mood whilst you're already on holiday. So yeah, hope you enjoy your holiday, Julie. Ball into the box here, ball across, and then Ampadu is able to clear it for a... Couldn't tell whether that was a throw-in or a corner. I think he sliced it, Ampadu. Either way, they took it short, so it basically was. Ooh, good strike there from the Millwall player, but not yeah, not accurate enough. Good contact, but not accurate enough. Matt from Melbourne here. Yes, welcome, Matt. What time is it where you are? Must be... How many hours ahead are you? But either way, yeah. Defensively solid, really good game. Yeah, absolutely. Agree with you there. Ampadu has been immense yet again. Yeah, he has. 5 minutes added time, by the way, guys. 5 minutes added time. I'll put that timer up there just so you can see. It makes it easier for everybody, doesn't it? There you go. There's your 5-minute timer. It's on. Watching from Malaysia. Yes, welcome everybody from all around the world. Oh, 10:53 p.m. That's actually not that bad, is it? It's usually when it's like a late kickoff that it's ridiculously horrible time where you are, isn't it? Yeah, welcome everybody from all around the world who's watching Leeds United. We're a global club and a global fan base. And we're winning 3-0. Which always helps matters. Game started at 5 a.m. here. Oof. Yeah, not pleasant. It feels a lot later in the day than it is here, to be honest, because of watching the game. But it's obviously only like 2 o'clock. Nice to have the rest of the day back as well when you're watching Leeds. Glenn Kamara with an... Oh, I tried to poke it through to Dan James, but couldn't quite. Now the ball out wide. Millwall trying to get towards the box. Ayling tries to make a tackle, and then Ampadu is absolutely wiped out. And I think he's hurt here. Oh, no. Couldn't be a perfect day, could it? Had to get an injury as well. Oh, I think it's just... I don't think it'll be an actual injury. I think it's just because he got absolutely booted in the thigh there. Watching from Norway. Yeah, it's just people all around the world watching. It's great to see. Ethan Ampadu, player of the match, 49 touches, 41 passes, 83% accuracy on his passes, and four times he's won the one possession back for Leeds. What to do with Joffrey with all the players in the youth setup? I thought he would be the one to make a big breakthrough, but the club, he's been relegated to a few minutes of cameo role of late. Yeah, he has, to be fair, but he hasn't really shown anything where... he's deserved more time than that, has he really? It's come off Joffrey's back, that one, actually. Leeds playing a nice little couple of flicks here. A nice ball there from... oh, Leeds are on the counter-attack here, and Jaden Anthony's running towards the box. Chance to get the ball to Dan James. Dan James is brought down there. Definitely a free kick on the edge. Let's have a shot. Norwegian expat in the Philippines. Yeah, it's everywhere. We've got loads of different countries in the chat today. It's great. If we can get 3 on Hull City, we can make a big jump up the table. Yeah. How hasn't there been a bloody card in this game? Has there not been one? There should have been about 10. And all for Leonard. Dan James, walk away from the free kick, sir. These counter-attacking players are frightening with their pace. Yeah, we are so quick on the break, and especially when you bring Dan James and Jaden Anthony on. I think it's Jaden Anthony and Joe Gelhardt stood over this free kick here. If one of them can just bend this in the top corner, it's just the perfect day, isn't it? Jaden Anthony curls it over the bar. It's going to be a corner. Hit the top of the wall. Dan James going to take this corner. We're into the 6th minute now of added time. So we've had our 5 minutes. We've had our 5 minutes. It's hard to work out where that is, because obviously it's not actually real. Would have been an okay ball into the box, but Leeds have won 3-0. Leeds have won 3-0 away at Millwall, at the Den. Excellent performance. Excellent victory. 3-0. Goals coming from Pirro twice and Jorginho Rutter once. Everybody played really, really well and did their part. Excellent away performance. Very, very, very happy with that one. I'll be doing a match reaction straight after this, and that'll get uploaded, well, as soon as possible, really. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody in the chat who's joined me. Yeah, like I said, excellent win. 3-0. Great performance. Very, very happy with it. Yeah, so thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you in my match reaction soon. But yes, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.